Hello, my welcome to class online class. Today, I'm going to discuss about transformation of sentence, and a subsector of it is simple, complex, and compound. So I hope you will enjoy the class. At first, you know that sentences are three kinds according to the structure of it. So, a simple sentence, complex sentence, and compound sentence. A simple sentence has only one clause, and a complex sentence has minimum two clauses, and a compound sentence also has minimum two clauses. So you have to learn what is clause. A clause is a part of a sentence which must have a finite verb. For example, by studying attentively, you will get GPA 5. Here, you find that there is only one clause. The clause is you will get GPA 5. But by studying attentively is not a clause because there is no finite verb. Here, the verb studying is non-finite. So, there is only one clause. And it is an example of simple sentence. Now, I will give example of simple, complex, and compound sentence. At first, that simple, by working hard, you can shine in life. Here, you can shine in life is a clause, but by working hard is not a clause. So this is a simple sentence. On the other hand, in complex sentence, if we work hard, we can shine in life. There are two clauses. One clause is if we work hard, and other clause is we can shine in life. So these two clauses are joined with this conjunction if. It is a subordinating conjunction. So I can say that a subordinating conjunction is always used to add two clauses in a complex sentence. On the other hand, in compound sentence, we also find two clauses or more, but these two clauses are joined or added with a coordinating conjunction. So we notice that we work hard and we can shine in life. So there are two clauses also. One clause is we work hard, and another clause is we can shine in life. These two clauses are added with and conjunction, that is coordinating conjunction. So I hope that you all will able to learn what is simple, complex, and compound sentence. Now I'm going to show you a magic method of transformation from simple to complex, complex to simple, and vice versa. Here you find 9 short techniques. Please take a screenshot of this part because it is very helpful to transform simple to complex and compound sentence. The first one is, if you find in a simple sentence, in spite of or despite, you must use in complex sentence though or although at the beginning of a sentence. And in a compound sentence, you must use but in the middle of two clauses. I hope you all understand this issue. So now I will give an example of it. Please notice that this is the first example. The first example is, in spite of getting a good job, he was unhappy. It is a simple sentence. Now I will transform it into complex and compound. So you know that when you find in spite of, you give though in the beginning of complex sentence. So I put though in the beginning of a complex sentence, and then I will make another clause. So I need a subject. So here, he is the subject which is taken from this subject. That means that he was unhappy, the subject of this clause. I find this he from there. So I put he, please notice this he, I put he, and then I need a finite verb to make a clause. So there is a getting. It is not finite, non-finite verb. So I will cancel this ing from this verb and took the got form because there is was. So it is past. So I put got here as a finite verb, and the others will remain unchanged. So it is clear to you that the complex of the simple sentence is, though he got a good job, he was unhappy. Then in the case of compound, I will put but in the middle of these two clauses. Please notice that I will put but in the middle of these two clauses. And I also make a clause by using this in spite of getting a good job. This is not a clause, but I make a clause. I need a subject. This he goes through the beginning of this compound sentence as a subject. And then I get a verb or finite verb. So getting, I cancel this ing and took this verb got, and then others remain unchanged. So the answer is of the compound sentence is, he got a good job, but he was unhappy. So I hope that you all understand these three examples. I repeat again. When you find in spite of in a simple sentence, you must put though or although in the beginning of a complex sentence, and you must put but in the middle of a compound sentence. I hope you understand this matter. Now, in technique number 2, when you find verb plus ing in a simple sentence, you can use when, as, since, or because in a complex sentence. And compound sentence, in a compound sentence, you will use and. Please, I will give an example. Example number 2, you notice that the simple sentence is, after completing the homework. After completing the homework, comma, he went to school. This is an example of a simple sentence because there is only one clause. This is the clause, he went to school. But after completing a the homework is not a clause because there is no finite verb. Completing is a non-finite verb. So this is a simple example of simple sentence. I will transform it into complex and compound. So when you find verb plus ing, that means any preposition plus verb plus ing, I will give as, since, because, or when at the beginning of a complex sentence. So I will give when as a conjunction of this sentence, when. Then I need to make a clause. So I need a subject. I got this subject from here. Please notice that from here. He is taken from this he as a subject. Okay, now I need a finite verb, completing. I cancel this ing and put it here, but as a past form, because there is went verb. Went is a past form, so you put here the past form of a verb, completed, and the others remain unchanged. So I got a clause, new clause, and there is also a new clause. So in a complex sentence, you must have minimum two clauses. So we made one clause and there is another clause. So these two clauses are joined with this conjunction when. So I think you understand this method. Okay, now in the case of compound sentence, making compound sentence, you put and at the middle of two clauses. Yes, I put this and middle, and you also make a clause. I need subject, I put this subject from this he, and then a verb, completed, and the others. So he completed the homework and he went to school. So these two clauses, he completed the work, this is a clause, and he went to school, this is another clause. These two clauses are added with this conjunction, subordinating coordinating conjunction and. So this is an example of a compound sentence. I think everybody understand this matter. Okay, now tactic number 3, when you find by plus verb plus ing in a simple sentence, you will put if in complex sentence and in compound sentence. So please, I clarify this matter to give an example. Please look at this example number 3. In simple sentence, by working hard, comma, we can shine in life. This is an example of simple sentence because there is only one clause, and it is we can shine in life. By working hard is not a clause because there is no finite verb. So now I turn it into a complex sentence. So I know that by working, by plus verb plus ing, when you find by plus verb plus ing, you will put if at first of the sentence. Then you will make a clause. The clause is we work hard. This is a clause, we work hard, and then another clause remain unchanged. We can shine in life. I hope you understand this issue. Then in the case of compound sentence, you must put and at the middle of the sentence, and then you will make a clause, we work hard, and then the other clause remain unchanged. I think you understand these two clauses, we work hard and we can shine in life, are joined with this coordinating conjunction and. So it is called an example of compound sentence. Okay, now tactic number 4. You notice that when you find without plus verb plus ing, you must use unless or if not in complex and or in compound sentence. I repeat, when you find without plus verb plus ing in a simple sentence, you will give if not or unless in a compound sentence and complex sentence and or in a compound sentence. So I give an example to clarify the matter. Please notice that in example number 4, this is an example of simple sentence. Without working hard, you cannot be a philosopher. So here, you cannot be a philosopher is an example of is a clause, but without reading smartly is not a clause because there is no finite verb. Reading here, reading is a non-finite verb. So without reading smartly, you cannot be a philosopher is an example of simple sentence. So now I transfer it into complex and compound. You know that when you find without plus verb plus ing in simple sentence, you must put unless or if not in a complex sentence. So I put unless, okay, as a subordinating conjunction. Then I make a clause I will find this subject you from there, this you. So I will give this you as a subject, and then the finite verb. I cancelled ing of these verbs and then put this read. So I make this clause, unless you read smartly, I make this clause and other clause, you cannot be a philosopher, remain unchanged. So there are two clauses. Please notice that you read smartly and you cannot be a philosopher. These two clauses are joined with this subjunctive conjunction. So it is an example of complex sentence. Now, in the case of compound, I put or in the middle of these two clauses and make a clause read attentively, and another clause is you cannot be a philosopher. You cannot be a philosopher. Please notice that you can deduct there the subject you. So you needn't to put you before the clause. You can deduct or cancel you. So you will start from the V1 and then put or in the middle of the clauses. Dear student, I think you everybody understand this lecture. If you have any question, please tell. Otherwise, I will continue the next. Okay, the next technique number 5 is 2 plus V1. When you find 2 plus V1 in a simple sentence, you must use so that at the middle of the complex sentence and then subject plus can or could plus V1. And in the compound sentence, you will put so that at the middle. I repeat, when you find 2 plus V1 in a simple sentence, you will use so that and subject plus can or could plus V1 in complex, and you will use and so in compound sentence. So I will clarify this matter to give an example. Okay, please notice that example number 5, in a simple sentence, we made a hut in a jungle to live peacefully. This is an example of simple sentence because there is only one finite verb, but this to live is not finite, it is non-finite verb. That means it is an infinitive. So this is an example of simple sentence. I turn it into complex. So I made a hut in a jungle. This clause will remain unchanged. This clause will remain unchanged. Then I will put so that at the middle, so that, and then I make another clause. So I need a subject. I get this subject from here, this we, and I will give could or can. When you find the verb is past form, you will give could, or when you find this verb is present form, you will give can. So we can live peacefully. Okay, now I repeat this example. We made a hut in a jungle so that we could live peacefully. This is the complex form. Now in compound form, we will give and so at the middle of these two clauses. And this is the first clause. We made a hut in the jungle and so, and then there the last clause is we could live peacefully. This is the last clause. I think you everybody understand this matter. Now, technique number 6. When you find 2 in a simple sentence, you must use so that subject plus can or could plus not plus V1 in complex sentence, and in compound you will use very and. I repeat, when you find 2 in a simple sentence, you will use so that plus subject plus can or could plus not plus V1 in complex sentence, and in compound sentence you will use very and. Please, I will give an example to clarify this matter. Okay, please notice that example number 6. The simple is Ramu is too weak to fight with a fly. Here we find 2 So I will give in complex so that. So the complex form is Ramu is so weak that he cannot fight with a fly. This complex. And the compound is Ramu is very, we use very instead of to, and to use and instead of to. So very and. So Ramu is very weak and he cannot fight with a fly. So I repeat, when you find 2 in a simple sentence, you must use so that in a complex sentence and very and in a compound sentence. I think you understand this example. Now, the technique number 7. When you find an adjective or adverb in a simple sentence, that means you didn't find any of these 6 technique or 6 words in a simple sentence. You only find an adjective or adverb in a simple sentence. You will put WH word or that in complex and in compound. I repeat, when you didn't find these above 6 words in a simple sentence, you only find as an adjective or adverb. You will put WH word or that in complex and in compound sentence. So I will clarify this matter to give an example. Please notice the example number 7. He bought a nice gift. It is an example of a simple sentence, and you didn't find any 6 words of the above, so you only get this adjective nice. So you will write other words without this nice. So you will write he brought a gift. Then you will give WH word. Gift is an object. So you use which. When you find there is a subject, a person, you will use who. So when you find an object, you will use which. So the complex form is she bought a gift which was nice. It is an example of complex of this simple sentence. Now in compound sentence, she bought a gift and it was nice. This is the compound form of this simple sentence. I hope you understand this matter. Now, in technique number 8, please notice that when you didn't find any adverb or adjective or any of these 6 words, you only find a noun in a simple sentence. Then you put a person or thing or plus WH word or that in a complex sentence, and you will use and in compound sentence. So I will clarify this matter to give an example, please. In example number 8, Kobir made a kite. Kobir made a kite. So this kite is only a noun. So you will change this complex sentence as Kobir made a thing, which was a kite. And in compound sentence, Kobir made a thing and it was a kite. I repeat, when you find only a noun in a simple sentence, you will use thing or person, etc. So the example is Kobir made a thing which was a kite. And in compound, Kobir made a thing and it was a kite. I think you understand this. Now in technique number 9, when you didn't find this above 8 word in a simple sentence, so you will use it is or it was WH in complex sentence, and in compound sentence you will use and. I will give an example to clarify this matter, please. Notice that in example number 9, health is wealth. Health is wealth. So this is an example of a simple sentence. You will make it complex, such as it is health which is wealth, and in compound it is health and it is wealth. I think everybody understand this, all 9 techniques, short techniques and examples. If you have any questions, please ask me. Okay, now I will give you a homework, and it is write 9 simple sentences and transform them into complex and compound sentences. I repeat, write 9 simple sentences and transform them into complex and compound sentences. So dear student, I hope you everybody enjoy this class. Thank you very much to enjoy the class. Goodbye. See you soon.